Hi, welcome, and I hope you're doing well. Here I have a MacBook Pro mid 2018 model, and if you have a MacBook Pro the 2019 model, you can follow along with the video. So this here is actually for the 2018 and 2019 model on a MacBook Pro 15-inch. So what I have here is that I have a cracked screen on my LCD, and I'll be doing a screen replacement on this video. Let me show you what I have here. So this is my the Touch ID. You can see the escape button is on, and the touch bar with the Touch ID here on the top right corner. And if I tilt a little bit down here, you can see that my LCD screen has a purple line. So the internal retina display is cracked. It's right here. So I'll be replacing the screen, and I'll give you a step-by-step tutorial on how to do that. And let me turn it around and show you the model number. Here you can see it says model A1990. So if you have the same model number, if yours has the touch bar, if yours is the 2018 or 2019 model, you can follow along this video, and I'll explain to you step by step, show you the details on how to replace the cracked screen. Here I'm using a pentalobe screwdriver, and there are two screws on the top left and right. The screws are slightly longer, and then there are 4 screws at the bottom, and these 4 screws at the bottom is slightly shorter. So once you remove all the 4 screws, the next step you need to do is to open up the back cover. Now the back cover has 2 little clipper here on the both sides, left and right, and that little clipper is hold on to the cover. So you need to pop the clipper in order to slide the back cover towards your body. Now I'm using a prying tool here just to tilt, get in a little bit. Alright, I'm using my fingernail and my fingers to pop open the clipper right here. You can hear the pop noise, and I'll let you hear it. Okay, that's how you hear that little pop noise. It's like cracking your finger bone. Here as well, there are 2 on each side. Okay, now you pop it open. Once you have the 2 clipper pop open, this is where you want to slide the back cover to your body. So slide it down towards your body. Okay, and I'll be sliding it down this as well. Alright, so that's how you slide down to remove the back cover. And here is the thing that slides into the connector right here. Okay, so the back cover is removed. Let's put it on the side. As you can see, my laptop is still on, the fan is still running. Okay, so to disconnect, make sure you need to disconnect the battery. So remove this plastic cover. Here there's a little plastic, pry it open. Okay, get your fingernail to open up this clipper. Once you flip the clipper open, you can slide this power cable to your left. Okay, I slide it to my left, and that's how I disconnect this power cable, and you see the fan is just stopped spinning. Okay, so slide it to your left, and that's how you disconnect the power. Now I'll explain to you before I get into details. This is your Wi-Fi antenna cable with the Bluetooth. The antenna cable is this yellow little piece right here. So this is your antenna. The hinge is hidden behind these 2 plastic, and then this entire board here belongs to this the LCD. Okay, so let's get started. What I'll do is I will remove these 2 screws. This 2 screw is the one that is holding onto the hinge. So the plastic cover, just remove it. Alright, so the next step I'll be doing is to disconnect the Wi-Fi cable. Get a plastic prying tool. So the cable is like Lego, is like a snap onto to the base on the the motherboard. So to remove it, you just wanted to pry it up. So pry it up, that's how you detach the Wi-Fi antenna. So just be careful, do not break the connector, okay? And then this is one screw right here. This screw right here is the one that is holding the Wi-Fi antenna on all the cables. So safety screw. Alright, the next step I'll be doing is I'll be removing the Wi-Fi antenna, okay? All the screws right here you need to remove. The screws are really small, and make sure you have the right tools for it, okay? Alright, so I used a T5. This is the torque 5 that I removed this and the two screws here. So this one here I think is a torque 0.8, the size of it, which I'm removing for the Wi-Fi. I will have the tools in the description below. If you do not have the right tools, please click on the description link. It will direct you to either Amazon or eBay where you can buy the tools. And this tool comes with all the equipments you need for this repair. Also, I will have the LCD screen in the description below, and you can click on that. It will redirect you to either Amazon or eBay where you can do the purchase on the screen. So I'm doing this video here in February 2021, and the price of this LCD right now is running about $680. Hopefully, you know, when you're watching this video, hopefully the price would have dropped down to a cheaper price, but I'm not 100% sure how much it's gonna drop till. But I just want to make the video first, and hopefully one day you'll find this helpful on your own repair. Okay, so I'm using a torque 5 now. I'll be removing these two screws. So this bracket here is actually holding the LCD this LCD connector cable. So the motherboard using this cable right here to talk to the LCD screen. So this is one of the bracket that I just removed, okay? And then the one on the above here is where the connector joins together. So remove the bracket, and it runs on the two screws as well. Okay. And once the bracket is removed, go ahead and get a plastic prying tool and pry open this connector. Alright, so this is the motherboard cable that connects to the LCD screen. Now the next part, what I'm doing right now is I'll be removing the 4 screws. This 4 screws here is like a base, the base to the LCD. Okay, so let me remove that. So by the way, I do not have the new screen with me. I'm just waiting for the parts to come in. But I wanted to make this video first to show you the step-by-steps. And if you have the new screens with you, you can just do a reverse process to do that, to finish up the installation. Alright, so right now I'm removing 4 screws. As you can see, this 4 screw here is holding onto the LCD board. So this is your LCD board right here, okay? So the 4 screws that I just removed is the one that is holding onto the LCD board. So I'll point out to you where the 4 screws are. So the 4 screws are 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you'll be asking me, what about this screw right here? So this 4 screw right here is holding onto this bracket, right? So this bracket is clipping onto the cable, the LCD cable. If you buy the new screen, some of the vendor would send you the bracket all together, but some of the vendor, they do not send this bracket with you. So if you see on your new screen that doesn't have this bracket, you can just remove the screw and transfer this bracket to the new screen. But for me, I'm just going to leave it on here for now. I'm not going to touch it. Now you can see that the LCD board is above the Wi-Fi antenna. Okay, so I'm just tilting back a little bit and try to open up this Wi-Fi antenna. Okay, so the Wi-Fi antenna is sliding away from me. So as I'm pulling it away, you can see the Wi-Fi cable here is going underneath the heatsink and is going, you see this metal bracket here? This base is going in that hole, slide away from me. Okay, that's how you remove the Wi-Fi antenna. Now once the Wi-Fi antenna is removed, you can see that this LCD board is free, as well as this little cable, this clipper right here is free. Okay, so this clipper is the one that goes onto the board right here. Same for this one as well. Alright, so the LCD is free to remove, but before you do that, you actually need to remove the hinge. So this is the Torque 8 T8 screwdriver. Okay, let me go ahead and remove that 6 screws. So the screen replacement is actually not that difficult, but because I have been doing this for many years and it's easy for me, and you're watching this video, you might feel like, oh, it's so easy, I can do it. In just less than half an hour I can get my screen replaced. Well, don't get disappointed. Okay, if it more than half an hour, if it took you 2 hours to replace the screen, that's fine. Just take your time. This is a very expensive computer. Nobody's gonna rush you. Get one of the weekend. Make sure you have enough sleep. Make sure you have all the tools you needed. You have the new screen. You can watch my video again and again. Make sure you feel confident. Then you can do it one step at a time. Just take your time slowly, no rush, and hopefully you can follow along with the video and get your screen replaced. Alright, so back to this. I removed the 6 screws, right? So what I'm doing is I'm lifting my laptop. You see how my hand is in between the screen and the touchpad here. I'm holding it and I'm opening up my laptop. So I'm opening up my laptop to about all the way. Okay, so if you can see, I'm flipping up my laptop almost all the way, more than 90-degree angle, and I'm trying to flip the hinge away from it. Okay, so I get that one part removed. Now this is the second part. It would just come right out without any problems. Okay, so let me put this back here. So this is the screen. So one hand I'm holding onto the touchpad area, and then the right hand I'm holding onto the screen. Open it right about 90-degree angle. Okay, slightly tilt a little bit more, and then the screen will just come right out. Alright, so here's my broken screen, and like I said, I do not have a new screen, so I'm not able to show you how to put it back, but let me explain it through the video. Alright, at least it helps you or give you the confidence when you have the new screen on how to do it. Now, assuming this is your new screen comes in, okay, the first thing you want to do is make sure you have the hinge flip. They might come something like, they might close the hinge for you like this when they mill the screen for you, and obviously you can't slide it in right when it's closed. So open up the hinge, maybe more than 90-degree angle. Alright, hold your laptop. Okay, hold your laptop, get your screen, the new screen. Okay, slide it in first. So go on above the thing and kind of slide it in. But before you do that, alright, let me warn you. You want to have this LCD connector and this little cable right here to be above the motherboard, right? To go above here. That's where it belongs. You do not want it to be underneath the screen. Okay, you want it to be above it. Okay, once you're above it, right, and this is where you want to align your hinge and slide it in. Okay, once you have that in place, check again, make sure the LCD board and that tiny cable is still above, sitting on the base, and then come back here and then finish up this one. Alright, now there you have it, but you can't close the screen yet because there is nothing holding onto the hinge, right? You cannot close the screen yet. So what you want to do is you want to put one screw on the hinge, put it in, okay, and then put another screw on the other side, and now you can close the screen. Okay, and now you can close the screen. So I have the screen on this side, and then I have the motherboard on the other side. Just that 1-2 screws. Now I just want to come back here and double check, make sure that the cable is free, right? Make sure the cable length is long enough to close it like this. Okay, make sure you have all that LCD board in place like this, so that there's no cable is clip in between the LCD right here. So you might have a chance that the cable is clipped right in between right here. Okay, so if you have it done correctly, then everything should be just perfectly like this. Now the next step, what you want to do is you want to finish up the hinge, right? Just put all the screw backs for the hinge. I'm going to skip that part. Like I said, I'm explaining to you because I don't have the new screen. Now here's the Wi-Fi antenna. What you want to do is you want to have the LCD board not like this, okay? You are not closing the LCD board above this. So you want to have the LCD board open like this, alright? Flip it towards you, and then now you want to have this Wi-Fi cable slided in between this metal bracket, underneath the heatsink, and then push. Not hard. You don't want to break anything. I'm just wiggle, and you can see that one cable is sticking out. What you want to do is you want to lift it up, make sure it's above the motherboard. Okay, now continue with the second process. Find the second cable, lift it up above the motherboard, and then find the third cable right there. This is the third one coming in. Okay, I know this is silly, but I'm not sure why they make it like this. Anyway, this video here is not about complaint. This video here is to show you on how to replace your broken screen. So be patient, take your time, and get all the cable slide in and above the motherboard. That's the goal. Alright, now as you can see, there's another one metal piece where the screwdriver goes to, right? So this metal piece right here, the screwdriver the screw is going to go to has to be above the board right here. Now you have everything above the board. Your Wi-Fi antenna is in place, the LCD board is here, right? The Wi-Fi goes in between, and then the board can sit on top. There you have it. So this is a perfect fit, right? So you come back, you put all the screws here to screw onto the Wi-Fi antenna. Put the 4 screws, screw the LCD board, put the 4 screws, screw this cable right here. So you got to flip it and then slide it in. It goes like this. Put the screws in, okay, and then close. So to put the cable back, this is the LCD cable. You just have to align it in the right position with the LCD board like a Lego, and then once you found the right position, and then you press it down, it will just close it. Okay, alright, so once you have the cable in place, do not forget the bracket. So there is a metal bracket here with the 2 screws, and there's a second bracket here with the 2 screws. Once you put the thing down here, you want to come back for your Wi-Fi. The shortest one is on the top, the medium length is in the middle, and then the longest Wi-Fi cable is at the lowest connection. The way Wi-Fi works is once you align them in the right position, you press it a little bit, it should just goes in. There's not a lot of force to press it down, so don't force it, because you do not want to make any damage on this Wi-Fi connector here on the motherboard. Okay, so once you have that all done, and put the plastic bracket here back on, okay, with the 2 screws. And what else is next? And the next thing is to slide this back plate back to, oh sorry, you need to connect the battery, right? So come back here, so this is the Wi-Fi, this is the battery cable. All right, you need to connect the battery cable back, so slide this cable to your right, slide it in between here, slide it into your right, and once it's pushed all the way in, you have the little plastic clipper, clip it down, okay, and then have this tape it over. All right, so once you have that done, go ahead and put this plastic cover back on top on your computer, and you should be done with it. Okay, you should be completed the process. Now the back plate, how the back plate goes is, remember I was telling you the slider here. So what you want to do is you want to slide it in first in the right position like this. Slide it in, tuck it in. Once you tuck it in, you push all the way in, right, like this. Then you want to press the both sides here, right, in the corner here, the both sides. You press it down, the clip, and you hear the tuck tuck. That means it's clip onto, and it's all done. And just put the remaining screws back on. So and put the remaining screws back on. So there you have it, and I hope that this video explains step by step. I hope that you like the video. I hope that this video helps to change the broken screen for you. And if you really appreciate my video, please smash the like button. I really appreciate. That way it helps the YouTube to suggest my video more to other people, and that way I just feel like you can help me to spread the good video, something like this, to other people. I really appreciate by smashing the like button. Please subscribe. I'll try to make more of this type of video for you. And if you have any computer problems besides this MacBook, please write in a comment. I say, hey, how do I fix this? Or hey, how do you fix that? And I'm more than happy to answer you over the comment, and I'm more than happy to make another video just for you if you have any computer problem. Now for those of you who says, can I send my computer to you for repair? Yes. We are here in Hawaii, and we are here as a computer IT business. We fix computers, we fix iPhone, we fix iPads, and we do a lot more like network installation, the web design. If you have any requests, and if you say, hey, I like your work, can I send my broken iPad to you, can you fix it? Sure, I'm more than happy to do that. You can go to our website, or you can call the number, or send me an email. I'm more than happy to answer those questions. Alright, so that's it for now. If you have any question, again, comment below. I really appreciate for you. Thank you for watching, and until next time, take care.